first got here in the U.S.?
Man, when I got here in America, I was very excited. I landed in New York in 1998. I still remember in August 1998. It was a war zone. There are times we used to go get supplies at the airport, so we have to leave the green zone, go through Iraq, and go to the airport, get supplies, bring them in the compound.
Oh,
I remember
okay.
there was one time I was lying down just resting in my chew. They call them chews. They come in containers, but they made them like a room. I'm resting one weekend. All of a sudden, poof, big sound, and then the door flang open. Yeah. Yeah.
If you are into our content that inspires, surprises, and sticks with you, hit that subscribe. Turn on those notifications, and let's get busy. Welcome, bro.
Thank you. Santaban. Yes.
So glad you're here at the studio.
Yes. My name is Watson Rugano. I'm a resident of Texas, and I'm a married man. Have 3 kids, 2 daughters, and a stepson. And yes, glad to be here, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Asante.
And you're from Kenya, right?
Yes, I'm from Kenya, originally from Kenya.
Originally from Kenya?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Okay, so could you tell us the lowdown on your life journey in the United States?
Well, oh man, that's it. My journey started in 1998, but I had desired to come to America.
Okay.
Ever since my brother came, my firstborn brother, his name is George. He lives in California. Ever since he came over here.
Oh, okay.
So I desired to come to America.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
The reason I'm asking this, I know a bunch of people, especially those in the diaspora and back home, are super curious about the ups and downs that you faced. I know you have a story.
Yes.
We can't wait.
Man. Sometimes I would be like, where do I even start?
Yeah.
But it's been a journey coming. Yeah. Even before coming, there were issues, back then, politics. Before I came to the U.S. in 1998, I served as a pastor in Kenya with Assemblies of God.
Oh, okay.
And so my journey and desire to come to America started way back then. Wanted to come to America after my brother came up here. So it was a journey. It was a war. It was, oppositions left, right. I always tell people that, people quit so easy whenever they're trying to come to America. They'd be like, "Oh man, I was denied a visa one time. I'm giving up the dream." So for me, I tried 10 years to try to come to America.
Oh, okay.
For 10 good years.
Which school you went to?
I went to Pinecrest Bible Training Center in upstate New York. It was a vocational Bible school. They had actually given me a full scholarship. For 2 years. But then I had so much, I had done theology back in Kenya, East Africa School of Theology, and a Kenya Assemblies of God school. So I had done 3 years up there. So when I came here, they were, told me 2 years. I was like, man, 2 years is a long time. So I only did 1 year.
Oh, 1 year.
With Pinecrest. Yeah.
Okay. What high school you went to back home?
Man, my high school, I started out through Ruiru High School.
Oh, you're in Ruiru High School?
Ruiru High School. That's I went only for one semester, one term. Because it was lonely, unajua shule za Kenya, you get so monopolized and, people taking advantage of you.
Okay.
So I told my people, man, I cannot continue going up there. So I was transferred to Nile Road Secondary School.
Oh, Nile Road. Yeah, I know Nile Road. In the Eastlands.
Eastlands area, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what year you graduated?
In 1985.
Oh, 1985.
1985, yes.
Man.
1985, bwana.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So what was it like when you first got here in the US?
Man, when I got here in America, I was very excited. I landed in New York in 1998. I still remember in August 1998. From New York, I was to take a bus trip to upstate New York.
Okay.
And I think it was 6-hour bus ride.
Okay.
To Albany, New York.
Was Greyhound? You took
Greyhound?
Greyhound?
Greyhound. You're right. Yeah,
yeah.
Greyhound. Greyhound. But I was so mesmerized. You've landed in New York. At the airport, you got to the bus station. I was just looking around because everybody talking a language that I used to hear in TV shows back in Kenya.
Oh, okay.
African Americans, and I just was mesmerized.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So did you get hit with the culture shock?
Yes, a whole lot of it. You know, one of the things, even after finishing school or moving over, you know, to Baltimore, one of the things that really got me was the fact that you look outside your window and you don't see anybody. You know, you look outside, you know, we're used to seeing people in Kenya, you know, neighbors walking, knocking on your door. So I remember wondering, where is everybody? So I went to my neighbors. I remember living in an apartment in Maryland. Knocked on the door, and then the guy opened, you know, an African-American guy, and he says, hey, what's up? He asked me that. And I told him, hey, I'm your neighbor. I just came knocking on your door. So, you know, just trying to introduce myself. And then the next thing he said, what's up? You know, so that's one of the biggest culture shock. And even the fact that you're just lonely, because Kenya, you just knock on your neighbor's door and you see them passing around and you be like, hey, Sasa Niaje, you know, you start talking to them. So, you know, connection was one of the things that really got me.
Everybody has a story.
Yeah. So, I mean,
even myself, when I first came here, man, everything was just different from the weather.
Yes.
It was, I think I came here summertime.
Okay.
Man, I didn't even know what humidity was.
Okay, you're
but
right.
But then, man, when I got in here, I was like, man, what the hell? Like, what kind of
yeah.
So those are part of the things that you know, kind of, it was more like a culture shock.
You're right. Yeah. Right. I mean, like weather. I mean, the weather was one of the things because you know, you come, you're never prepared for that. You know, just people tell you, man, it's gonna get cold. It's gonna get cold.
Humidity.
Yeah. Humidity, either cold or humidity. Yeah. And one of the things that used to get me too is when somebody tells you to, you know, what are you saying? You know, maybe because like you're saying pants.
Yeah, pants. Yeah.
Or trousers, or even the way you pronounce something, you'd be like, that's what you mean. Yeah. You know, sometimes I used to get mad because, like, man, I'm speaking English. Why are you sounding like I'm not, you know, you cannot understand me? So, yeah. Especially people telling you to repeat. But I remember one time I went to a school, you know, they wanted somebody from another country, I mean, Africa, to go speak to them. It was a high school.
High school.
High school. So they, you know, was the whole, you know, the whole hallway was full and all that. I mean, the hall.
That's in New York, right?
In New York, high school, elementary high school. Yeah. So I went there, and then we had questions time. And so they started asking me, hey, you're from Africa, so do they have animals? Do you see lions next to you?
Man, I used to be man.
Do you see lions next to you? You know, do you monkeys walking all over the place?
That's a common question.
It's very common.
Common question.
You know,
yeah.
You know, but I was happy to engage them and be like,
the good thing is like now everything is changing because of social media.
Social media has really changed.
So social media. People see a lot about Africa.
Yes.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah. So, I mean, they'd be like, yeah, we have that. And then they were asking me questions to do with, you know, women. Do they wear bras? You know, I'm like, yeah, they wear bras. Yeah. They have bras. They, you know, they're women. You know, because then, you know, 25, almost 30 years ago, the only media they had was what they used to see. You know, hungry children in Africa. You know, people that don't, you know, have, you know, big bellies because they don't eat. You know, yeah.
You know, what I came to understand in the U.S., when I started taking classes here, in America, they only teach American history, American geography.
You're right.
So they're not exposed to a lot of stuff.
You're right.
Because they would also ask you stupid questions like, who's the president of Africa? Is it Nelson Mandela?
like really?
Or someone would ask you, hey, man, so are you from Nigeria or are you from Africa? I'm like, man.
Yeah, I'm from Nigeria. You're right. Yeah.
So, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a lot, man. So so what did you find different from life? What did you find different here in the U.S. From life in back home in Kenya?
I think in here, people are very individualistic. It's a very individualistic culture. It's me and me.
Like you say, your neighbor. Okay, that's one thing. That's one thing you said.
Yeah, private. You know, they don't engage. It's not a communal. You know.
Yeah.
And I remember there was one time I went to church. You know, walking to church, and then for here, it's not normal for somebody to come immediately out of the church and light up a cigarette.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I actually stood and looked at him.
Like, bro. Like,
I mean, yeah. I mean, because for me, you know, like, at least disappear. I mean, go somewhere and light it up. You know, he's come out, light up a cigarette, and continue walking, and like nobody's business.
Yeah.
He just came from church. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
So it's individualistic, and you know, people are very, you know, they're religious, yes, but commitment and that level of commitment is kind of lacking. You know, there's passion in Kenya. You know, when people go to church or services, like for example, you know, we go to church in Kenya. A church might end up after 4 hours.
4 hours, yeah.
4 5 hours. Here, man, you go to church and an hour and a half,
or maybe an hour,
or even an hour,
everybody's out.
Everybody's out.
Same with funeral.
Either funeral, yes, the same thing. You know, here Kenya is extended. I remember we went to visit Kenya after, you know, just go visit Kenya with my family, and we went to a church up there in Nairobi. Man, I'm telling you, we were looking at our watches, not because we were spoiled.
Oh,
not
yeah,
because tunajiringa, not that
you're already Americanized, but you don't know you're Americanized.
You don't know. It doesn't catch you. It doesn't catch you until you go back to Kenya.
I have a story like that.
You don't realize that. Even my babies, my kids, they were like, "Ma, Daddy, that was a long church." It was going on and on, you know. So we were kind of, and again, you know, having that religious background, you know, why would you speak for an hour and a half? What are you trying to tell people? Because I went to Bible school, and one of the things they told us is stand, speak, and sit down. What are you saying in an hour and a half if it's not a seminar or if it's not a teach? Even in class, you know, they tell you stand up, you know, take a break. You know, most of the classes here they are 1 hour. So some of the things I learned, you know, different in Kenya. You know, church they end up so quick, and also, man, things work. You know, you go to a traffic light, you stop.
Oh yeah, that's another one. That's another one. Yeah, that's another one.
You stop. The other day I was in Kenya the other day, and you know, in Kenya you have to be like a Kenyan.
Yeah.
So I remember my kids were like, "Daddy, why are you not letting those people pass?" Because I'm following. Daddy, why you let? Daddy, because here they see me stop. I'm sorry to say this, even in Kenya. Daddy, that's a red light. You just I'm like, baby, I gotta go. Everybody's going. I gotta go. You know, so things. It's not because I mean, the US have been here around for almost 200, 300 years. So I'm not bashing Kenya.
It's different. Man, it's just different. So my story. So one time I was like, you know, this is the first time I went back home, right? So I've been here like 10 years at the time. So I decided to go home to visit my parents. So, you know, that excitement, you know, the first few days when you're back home, man, you want to impress your parents, your family. So I took them out to eat somewhere. I took them to eat somewhere downtown, right? It was kind of like, not like a fancy restaurant, but it was okay restaurant. But to them, it's like
high end.
It's a high end, yeah. A waiter came. On my menu, I told the guy that I wanted the fried fish. I wanted fried fish, ugali, kachumbari. So the guy's like, yeah, okay. Hey, man. 30 minutes later, this dude brought me stew fish. I'm like, man, dude.
Stew and fish?
I didn't say I wanted stew fish. I wanted fried fish. The guy looked at me like I'm crazy. Like, si unakula tu. That's what he says. Unakula tu, kama imeshaletu unakula tu. I'm looking at the guy, man. I'm thinking like,
yeah.
Because I'm already spoiled, but I don't know. I'm Americanized. I don't know. Because in the US, you used to order? If I don't owe something, let's say like I go to McDonald's, I want Big Mac. You give me something different.
No, I ain't paying that.
Yeah. So that's what I thought. I thought it works like that. So my parents were looking at me like
spoiled.
Like what the fuck? Man? The food is here, just eat it.
Yeah.
Man, that's pissed me off.
Yeah.
So the next thing I did was I just told them like, hey man, you wanna eat extra? Of course they ate it. And I got my fried fish. So I paid twice.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So just
things like that. You're right. You're right. Now, and we're not saying this to bash Kenya. It's an observation.
It's observation. Yeah. It's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all have stories.
Yeah. You're right.
So tell us about your first job and how you got along with your.
Okay.
You basically fellow workers.
Yeah. My first job ever in the U.S. it was in Washington D.C. At a restaurant called Tune In Restaurant.
Yeah.
The restaurant was like in Nikama, like 3 blocks from Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
Very, very small, busy place. So I went there, asked for a job, dishwasher job. They had already,
Oh, you did dishwasher? I did
that's my first job.
That was my first job too.
Yeah. Man, I was excited. I remember I called my mama. Mom, I got a job. What are you doing? I'm washing dishes.
That was my first job in the US too.
Yes. Dishwasher.
I was a dishwasher.
Yes. So it was a good place. You know, they had a boss there. You know. Caucasian white dude. He was my boss. He was the chef, cook. So we only two back there, and of course there was another guy for sweeping and cleaning. But my main job was dishwashing.
Dishwashing,
yeah. So I worked there for almost 3 years, and then on a Friday, the busiest day of the week, this chef quit. He comes and he said, "Man, I'm done." Throw some casseroles to the boss, the owner, and he left.
That was a culture shock.
You
like, wow.
Okay.
Really? Yeah.
And then she looked at me and said, "Watson, you are the chef." I was like, okay. I had learned, to do I used to do that. I used to observe and see, because it was like a fast food kind of restaurant.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, burgers and fries. And, chicken wings and all that. I could do that.
Yeah.
So he quit. So I became the chef, kind of.
Yeah.
And then this is what they did, which was a culture shock to me. They hired a Caucasian dishwasher. So I was who? I was the boss to the Caucasian.
Then you like...
I was like... So I'm the... who did I call again? My mama. Mom, I'm the boss.
Because we use...
We are not used to that.
We kind of inferiority complex.
Yes.
We blacks.
Yes.
A white dude's supposed to be...
Always.
Yeah.
So I was the boss.
Yeah.
We're getting late. Let's go. So I called my mama. I said, "Mama, mi naambia mzungu ile kufanya." Well, the Mzungu could do. So I worked 3-4 more years there.
Well, 4 years.
3 more years, yeah. But it was a nice place.
It was a good place.
It was a good place. So
that
was my first job. No, Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C.,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I remember I used to stay in Tacoma Park. So I would take a train. I didn't have a car. And when I got that job, I used to have a bicycle, because, buses run there almost all through the night. So
okay. It's not like Texas.
It's not like Texas, yeah. There are buses there. There are trains there. So I would catch a bus with my bike, the way you put a bike in front of the bus. I learned all that.
Oh, yeah.
And then the bus would take me to Tacoma Park, like maybe 25 minutes. And then I would get out and, ride to my apartment. So, and, you can imagine during winter, there, those long underwears inside, bundle, in the cold, and then I would walk around. I'm like, man, one day I know I'll get a car.
So when did you, what year or when did you enlist in the military?
In the military, I enlisted when I came to Texas. That was in 2000.
Oh, these were like some years later.
Some years later when I moved over to Texas,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of the things I did was, I started looking for a job when I came up here. 2007.
Oh, 2007.
2008.
Yeah.
I came over to Texas.
Oh, okay.
I remember very well. It was a February. I took actually a road trip, almost 21 hours to come here.
Oh, okay.
So when I was looking for, I actually had applied for TDCJ when I was still in Baltimore, and I also had applied for tractor trailer, school.
Why Texas?
Well, for Texas, for one, I was coming for my wife. We had a long distance relationship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was here, and I was back there. So she said, "I ain't coming to Baltimore. I would come in there. So you are the one to come here." So that was actually the number one reason I moved to Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I came here. I was like, man, I remember I was driving, coming these big highways. I was like, wow. I was amazed. Because the highways are big, everything looks so big. Because in Baltimore,
road is small.
Road is small.
Road is small, yeah.
And when you want to go to a mall, you have to exit and then go some miles and then find the mall. Here the malls are everywhere.
Is it Mondawmin?
Mondawmin Mall, yeah. Where they had that underground train thing.
Mondawmin Mall.
Yeah, subways.
Yeah,
in Baltimore.
Yeah, I remember them days, Baltimore.
Yes. Yeah, so I came up here and then I started applying. I never went to tractor trailer driving school because we had a talk with my mama, my wife. She said, she told me, baby, I ain't gonna marry somebody ambaye hatamuona huku.
Oh, okay. Oh, 18-wheeler.
18-wheeler. You're gone for 2 weeks, you come back, which made sense.
Yeah.
So when I applied TDC, I started TDC and then I applied here, Army National Guard.
Oh, okay.
So wakanichukua 2008, nikaenda, nikajiapisha. And I think around October 2008, I went to boot camp, Fort Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Training.
Where's Fort Jackson?
South Carolina.
Oh, South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina. Yeah, nikaenda nikajifunza.
How was the training? Was it hard?
I regretted. I actually was looking where I can run to.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
It's tough.
It's tough, but then it's also because I was 41 years old when I enlisted.
Oh, okay.
You know, during the Iraq War, they had upped that number up to I think 42. So I was 41.
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the old side, and then nikaenda huko kanza, you know, like the drill sergeants, they're in their maybe early 30s.
Yeah.
So wakani nickname because of my age, wakani nickname Grandpa.
Grandpa.
So that was my name in boot camp.
In the boot camp.
Grandpa this. So sasa tukaanza kukimbia, you know, training, competition, 2 mile run. Wacha nishinde hawa watoto.
Are you serious?
Yes. 18-year-old wanavutaga masigara, lungs zao they're not working. So nikashinda kadhaa, you know, walinishinda wengine, but nikashinda majority.
Oh yeah.
Alafu nikawauliza, who is Grandpa now? You tell me who is Grandpa.
Oh yeah.
Nikaanza kubrag, who is Grandpa?
Yeah.
Who's Grandpa? You know, so I finished training. After that, nikaenda training ingine inaitwaga AIT, advanced, you know, initial training ya kusomea sasa kazi yangu in military, which was supply sergeant.
Supply sergeant.
Yeah, supply.
Oh, okay.
So went to
when you say supply sergeant, is weapons?
Weapons, everything, supply, clothes, anything that any unit, any platoon they want.
What's needed?
What's needed. Yeah. So nikasomea hiyo, and then we came back. The goodness, and I always tell young people, you know, if you don't want to join the regular army, you can join reserve. Unaweza join Army National Guard. The benefits that you get, they're amazing. They are amazing.
Oh,
you know, you get, like here, if you join the military in Texas, they give you what they call the Hazelwood Act. It's an act that qualifies you to get 4 years of college free tuition, and you can actually pass that to your kids or your spouse.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one. And alafu nyumba ukipata unapata hiyo VA guaranteed loan. Alafu siku ile tulikuwa tuna enlist, walikuwa tupatia ngiri 20,000 to enlist. Ukimaliza training zako zote, you get 10,000. And then after that 10,000, ukirudi kwa unit yako unapata the other 10,000. Oh. That's free money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So benefits, they're there.
Oh,
they're
okay.
There. Yeah.
And you also served in Iraq, right?
Yes, we did. And actually I was exempted kwenda Iraq because I had said I actually joined to go to school. So alikuwa ameni exempt kwenda. But when my unit started training, I was like, man, I want to go. So I went and talked to my commander. He's like, are you sure, man? You sure? I said, man, I want to go. So they canceled my exemption. So nikaanza training ya kwenda. So we went to Iraq Green Zone, which was the safest place to be, because my unit was HHC, headquarters company, that the commander alikuwa kwa hiyo unit yetu. So tulikuwa ni kama, you know, we were in my wife says we were in a holiday, but we were in a war zone. So we were in the green zone, very safe place. But then it was still, you know, it was a war zone. You know, there are times we used to go get supplies at the airport. So we had to leave the green zone, go through Iraq, and go to the airport, get supplies, bring them in.
How many miles from the
maybe 10 miles.
From
it's
the
not
green
far
zone?
from the green zone. Not far, but it's far.
But intense.
But it's intense.
Every second.
Yeah, because una escorted.
Every second counts.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
So that fear was there, you know. And then they used to throw rockets in our inside the.
Did you experience seeing anyone blown out?
No, I never did. But you know, they threw things in the compound.
Oh,
I remember there was one time I was lying down just resting in my chew. They call them chews, you know, they come in containers, but they made them like a room. I'm, you know, resting one weekend. All of a sudden, boof, you know, big sound, and then the door flang open. Yeah. Yeah. So the sirens sound whenever they're throwing stuff. And they used to do that constantly. We used to hear sirens. I remember when we got there, just the first week, the sirens go off. Unajua tumekuja ku relieve a different unit.
Yeah.
So they can go.
Guys coming back.
Yeah, they can come back. So the siren sound, sisi ambao tumekuja, we ran to the bunker. Tunaangalia watu wengine, mbona wakimbii? Why are they not running?
Oh, they're used to it. They're used to it.
They're used to it. Yeah. Used to it. And then after that, okay. We stopped running.
Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, it was especially when the scariest part was, you know, like we were in Kuwait for like I think 3 weeks, getting ready to fly over to Iraq, and then when we get into that the big airplane, C-16. Boy. And then we come to the airspace of Iraq, Baghdad. We're about to land. They say all the lights out. And then there was no sound in our aeroplane. Everybody was, all right, this is for real. Yeah, everything is quiet, lights off, because it can be shot coming through.
That's nighttime.
That's at nighttime, tuliingia usiku. And then, mko escorted by,
But what of the planes? The planes, do they have lights?
Ziko na lights ndio, lakini sasa ndani zimezimwa.
Inside.
Ndani zimezimwa, lakini so zile lights za pale mbele ziko. Alafu ziko escorted na helicopters. Yeah. So those are some of the things you'd be like, oh man. And that's why they talk about PTSD. You don't realize. They say it doesn't matter whether you were engaged in a war, literally, but just being in a war zone itself is enough for you to have PTSD. Yeah. Because maybe my wife ananiambiaga, man, you came, you were very edgy. You used to drive so fast. And I remember I came...
Reckless,
running fast, because you were used to that 9 months.
Adrenaline.
Yeah. It's like you're running away from something. So I used to do that. And then I remember going to Kenya. That when I came back from Iraq, I went to Kenya after a month. When I went to Kenya in Mendata, I would always look back.
You're paranoid.
I'm like, and I remember my niece was, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. Yeah, so those things are there. Yeah. But it was a good experience going to, and this is what my wife come to.
Did you go to any rehab for?
No, I never went to rehab.
Yeah.
But I developed, I think I developed some, severe migraines.
Oh, migraines.
Severe migraines, yeah. They say some either headaches, migraines, sleepless nights.
Sleepless.
Yeah, I developed some of those things, and they used to, they manifest up to today. Migraines.
But you never saw you never saw any mutilated bodies.
No, I never seen that. No, because my unit was in a frontline unit. There are people who that was their MOS.
Oh, okay.
That's what they do. Combat. Like you are engaged in that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But then when we went, things had really slowed down.
So what was your job? What was your job when you came back?
When I came back,
When I
came back, of course, I went back to TDC because Army National Guard they used to call us weekend soldiers because you only go to the unit 1 weekend a month.
Oh, okay.
You can go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 1 weekend a month. So I came back and then I had signed for 6 years, in the military, 6 years and then 2 reserve. So after the 8 years, they try to get me back. We give you 15,000. I say, man, I'm done. And then the benefits. I forgot to mention this. Before we went to Iraq, they were asking people, hey, are you a citizen? Are you a citizen? Yeah. So they came to me. Yeah, no, I'm not. Do you want to have your citizenship? I say, yeah. So my platoon leader took me to immigration office. We did the paperwork up there, fill up everything that they needed, and that was around. I think it was around October.
Oh, so you joined military with a green card?
Yeah, with a green card. Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
With a green card. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with a green card.
That's how you got your stuff.
Yeah. So after that, within a month or so, nikapata citizenship yangu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, benefits. Yeah, there are benefits there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's why I tell young people, man, if you come to the U.S. with the green card, please join. You can join the regular army, or you can just join the reserve.
Oh, okay.
And the benefits will be awesome. Yeah. And
with lots of good experience.
Good experience, and they respect. This country respect their veterans.
Yeah. I know that.
Yeah, they do.
Veterans,
like so many times I'm stopped by a cop.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm driving so fast, sometime, and then they ask me for my ID.
Yeah.
And then they look at my ID. So, well, you're a veteran, man. Thank you for your service, man. Slow down, young man.
Yeah. People don't know small things like that.
Yes.
Like Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what was your experience working with TDC?
Man, TDC.
I did it too. So
yeah, I know. TDC. The first thing that I saw, like we were talking about culture shock, is like, man, this is prison. They have hot shower, they have color TV, they have nice beds. I had visited a prison in Kenya.
Oh yeah.
I had visited.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
My cousin used to work there. She was a prison officer.
Which one you went to? Kamidi?
I went to the one in inaitwa Kahawa. Kuna moja Kahawa na hapo somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah. So we went there. And I was like, so here you look at it, you'll be like, man, these people are, wow, they're white, they look clean. But then, just the experience of them, because they would cast me out and all that. I would not, because of my faith, I don't cast them back, because I don't believe in that. But I remember in the academy, they used to tell us the power of the pen. So culture shock niyo. Alafu one time I worked visitation, one weekend, and then I was like, man, these people have people that love them. They bring their kids, beautiful wives, beautiful mothers. You'd be like, man, this is the guy who used to cast me out there. Look at him now. He's actually a human being. So for me, I started humanizing them in terms of, although what they have done. Then I never used to know what they had done, because I never had access to the system. But then when I became a chaplain, that's when I could, I could see.
Oh, you could access?
Now I can access.
Oh, as a chaplain, you can access.
You can access it. You can find out what the crime is. And, some are, as a believer myself and as a chaplain.
As a chaplain,
I shut that out. However bad the crime is, I still have to look at this guy as a human being. I still have to humanize him.
Wow, man. So tell me how you transitioned to be a chaplain from CEO.
The whole thing came about because part of me grew up in ministry back in Kenya. So I remember being in high school, being a CEO chairman, go to Polytechnic. I was a CEO, chairman, church activities. Christian unions, all those good stuff in Kenya.
Days,
man, there was nothing like Christian unions in Kenya, man. So when I came here and became a CEO, part of me still wanted to do that. So for 4 years, there's a chaplain that used to work there, and every time I used to see him, he used to pass me by the gates, and he would say hi to me, and I say, hey, chaplain. So I really desired.
You work at the unit you worked, right?
Yeah, the unit I was working at, and I wanted to be a chaplain. So I went, after being a correction officer, I started going to some training to be a clinical pastoral education, where you can be an intern in a hospital as a chaplain for a whole year. When you finish, you get a clinical pastoral education.
They pay you
They pay you as you work.
As you work?
Yeah, as you work.
CEO?
No, when I left CEO. I left CEO.
You completely
I completed CEO after 4 years, and then I started doing that because I wanted to be a chaplain. So I did that for a year. When I finished, I started applying for a chaplain position. I applied for TDCJ. I remember I also applied to Arizona. So Arizona actually accepted me. So when they accepted me, I was like, man, that's too far to go. I didn't want to move my family up there. So TDC eventually got me. So I started, working at the prison, almost an hour and a half away from my house.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, man, I was so happy when I eventually got the job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to be a chaplain. I mean, it was challenging at first, but I enjoyed doing that. I compared myself when I was a CEO, and dealing with these guys now is different, because now, as a CEO, I knew what they did, from hearsay, but now I can access the system and see these guys. I'll be like, man, as a chaplain, then I'll be like, man, I don't want to judge them. I still want to show them the love of Christ, because we look at even the Bible tells us Jesus died for us while we were yet sinners. He just died for us. He just didn't come and tell us, hey, man, you've done so wrong, man, I ain't gonna die for you.
Okay.
So that's the attitude.
So if you're a chaplain, you only serve for Christians in the prisons, or you can serve for everyone, actually, Muslims, whatever?
Actually, that's the difference between a chaplain. And that's why I like being a chaplain, because a chaplain, you are for everyone.
For everyone.
For everyone. Muslims, Jewish, neo-pagan, and even those that don't even have faith.
So they train you to...
they train you to be able to accommodate all faiths.
Accommodate
all faiths, to facilitate all faiths. Because, as a chaplain, you have to make sure that the Muslims, they have their place and time for them to meet for their prayer on Fridays. I cannot say I'm a Christian, I ain't going to deal with y'all. No, I have to...
Do you have to learn all their faith or their... I don't know.
You do have a knowledge of what they believe.
My question is, do you have to learn all their beliefs?
No, you don't have to learn all their beliefs, but you have to know, the basics of their beliefs.
Basic of their
beliefs. Because, for example, and TDCJ trains even the chaplains. Whenever somebody comes and requests, like, hey, I am a Catholic. I want to have a kufi. You'd be like, well, you can even go to the manual, chaplaincy manual, and say, man, kufis are not for Catholics. Kufis are for who? they're only for Muslims. You know, so things like that, they equip us to be able to differentiate between different faiths and what they believe. So somebody cannot just come and say, hey, I'm this and I want this devotional item or this particular thing. I'd be like, hey, that doesn't, you know, it's not appropriate for your faith. You know, so yeah, so they train you basically to do that. And, you know, you don't have to know in depth what every faith believes, but you can self-educate yourself. You know.
So what's your worst experiences?
I was a chaplain.
That you can share.
Man, as a chaplain, I remember this one time. It wasn't a worse moment, but you know, it really got me to a place. I'm like, man, why did they have to do that? So I'm calling a family. You know, an inmate has died, and you know, as a chaplain, you have to look for family members. Most of the people have been there for almost 20 years, and maybe families have moved on. So I did my search, Google search, and you know, found there some numbers. So I called numbers for almost a week, and eventually somebody answered and called me back, and that lady cast me out. You know, MF this, why are you calling me? Blah blah blah. You know, almost telling me to go to hell. And then she says, you know, you don't know what that dude did to me, and I can't believe, you know, somebody has called me, and they should know that he was not supposed to call me. I said, Mom, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to call you, and you know, we hang up the phone. 20 minutes later, 10 minutes later, she calls back and says, hey, chaplain, I'm very, very sorry, because what I did is not my way of doing things. I'm a Christian, I'm a good person. And so she apologized, but then she gave me the numbers that I needed, you know. But I don't want to call it the worst, but the experiences that I've seen, you know, like a death of an inmate. You know, an inmate is dying and there is no family close to him. You know, that really gets me, because at the back of my mind, I'm like, man, where is somebody? And he's just dying by himself in prison, and nobody is even close to him. So there's this guy who was almost dying. I mean, was actually dying, and a nurse actually called me. He said, hey, chap, come, this guy is almost dying. So I went there, you know, I carried my stuff with me. I thought we could have even communion with him. But when I got there, the guy couldn't even talk. His eyes were closed, his mouth was open, and he was almost transitioning to the next life. Man, you know, all I could do is just sing some hymns for him. I mean, that's traumatic for me myself. This is a human being dying, and back of my mind, I'm like, man, family wako happy. Where is family at? So I prayed with him, you know, sang some songs, and then in the same room, there were two guys in there. So one of the guys, I greeted them. I said, hey, you guys, hey, are you in touch with family?
The inmates?
Other inmates in the same room. You know, it was a room they were sharing with 3 inmates. The guy who was dying, 2 other inmates. So the other guy said, yeah, I talk to family so often. You know, I get a hold, they come to visit me. But the other guy was like, man, I haven't seen my family almost 15, 16 years. I said, what? Where are they? I don't know where they are. So I said, hey, give me your information as much as you can. You know, I'm going to see what I can do. I went back to the office and I started searching. Search for almost a week and a half, 2 weeks, calling numbers here and there. And then one day, a lady calls and says, hey, somebody left a voicemail for me. I said, who are you? I'm a daughter of this and this. And she was the daughter of the guy that hadn't seen family for 15 years. So there are moments in the same room, there's a guy dying, impacting my own life, but then in the same room, there's a guy who has never talked to family for almost 15 years. Almost, like can say, almost the guy is dead to family members out there. Yeah. So I gave that lady the information, told him he's here, helped the lady to fill up information, you know, visitation paperwork, and then I forgot about it. A month later, 3 weeks later, I checked the system. Man, I looked at the system. The daughter had visited the guy, and the son to the guy had also visited the guy. So there are moments like this that make me, man, I'm happy to be a chaplain, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. Wow, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an experience.
Yeah, that's an experience.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Tell me about your... Someone did tell me you were involved in some organization here. It's called, what do you call it? A United Christian...
United Christian Fellowship. Yeah, United Christian Fellowship.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So what are your objectives?
Yeah, United Christian Fellowship started out of a desire to bring people together. Initially, we had said people from Kenya.
Yeah.
But then we decided, no, we cannot just say exclusively people from Kenya.
Yeah.
But it's to bring people together to fellowship, and just have the same interests and goals. One of the things we have done as a fellowship, of course, we meet every Saturday. You know, the church, in Catholic church somewhere in Conroe, has given us a room free of charge. And that in itself was a blessing. We meet there every Saturday. We just meet, hear the words, fellowship, and just get to know each other, community. Because, you know, in this country, we are, you know it, people are busy, work, school, home, work, school, home, and there's nothing, there's no communal fellowship. So we decided, we did that to bring people together and help people in times of needs. You know, I can give an example of a story of a lady who we never knew. Nobody knew her, but somebody in San Antonio that knows me, that was sometime in December last year, calls me and says, "Hey, Rugano, do you know this lady? Are you close to Conroe?" I say, "I'm in Conroe." And then she gave me the story. This lady had lost her work because of injuries. She hadn't gone to work for almost a year. So I was in Dallas then, so I called some people up here. I say, "Hey, yo, go visit this lady." So they eventually did, went to see her and took food to her and fellowshiped with her. To this day, that lady is a part of the fellowship. Because people in America, and you can attest to this, what do people suffer by themselves? You don't have 2 friends or 3 friends. So one of the things that came as a result of this lady, we started a benevolence group. And a benevolence group, not only in terms of death, is in terms of life. Like life events, you know. And you don't have to belong to the fellowship for us to help you, to bring prayers to you. We have done this several times. Somebody has died in the community, and we'll be like, "Hey, fellowship comes together and say, we're going to give this much money to this somebody who has died." And somebody maybe has lost a job. We're like, "Hey, we do shopping as a fellowship," and we'll be like, "Hey, we can help with this one." And the other thing is, as a fellowship, I encourage these guys to volunteer in prison. You know, volunteer in the prison that I work at. And part of the volunteering, we have gone almost 2 times during Easter services, 2 years in a row, and we have gone there to baptize. This last Easter, we baptized 105 inmates, baptized them. And on top of that, after the baptism, 2 months after we baptized them, we said, "Hey, we're going to bring some pizza, some food to celebrate those that were baptized and those that have come to the faith." We did that. And December of 2024, we took a Christmas party for the guys. And we made a big Christmas party. We brought pizza with chicken wings and fruits. And those people were, man, you know, you've been in prison. A pizza, somebody hasn't eaten a pizza for almost 4 or 5 years. It's like, man, Christmas has come, you know, for them. And then the other thing we have done also is, as a fellowship, we donate indigent supplies, you know, like toothpaste, toothbrush, deodorant. And we have a kitty. People can give towards that in terms of donating for indigent, for the guys in prison. So we have donated that. And also there's a church in Conroe that helps with that too. That said, "Hey, we hear you're donating indigent supplies for guys in prison. Hey, this is what we're going to do." They actually, is a fellowship of women in a church up here in Conroe. They collect. Every 3 months they call me, "Hey, chaplain, we're ready with our donations." So they come, drop them in the shop, and then I take it to prison. And the reason is this, you know it. People come from the county jails, and when they come to prison, they don't have anything. You know, they're given a little bar soap here, and God bless them if we get a toothpaste, and that's all they have. And so people come in the office, they be stinking, their mouths, you know. I mean, as a human being, nobody want themselves to be stinking. So this has become a blessing to us. And one of the things that drives us, we talked about the objectives. One of the objectives is, like Jesus said, that if you visit those people in prison, you have actually visited me. So we have turned that and said, every time we go, even sometimes when I go to work, I'll be like, "Hey, I'm going to see Jesus in prison." So it's been a blessing as a fellowship to be able to do that. Yeah.
Man.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I want to join this United Christian Fellowship, it looks like something I'm looking upon. I'm interested to be part of.
Okay.
You guys.
Yeah. Man, you're welcome. We love new people come in, and all you have to do is, you can just, attend meetings. We have meetings every Saturday. But it's not required to do that. But we have a WhatsApp group, You can be part of that WhatsApp group. We post a whole lot of things in that group. And to join the benevolence, the benevolence is only $20 a month.
Oh, okay.
$20 a month. And that I don't have the numbers, but I know as we grow, the numbers will be more if somebody, in case a member dies, or in case a beneficiary dies, in case maybe my mama dies, we have said we can give almost $1,500, as a fellowship and as members of that benevolence.
Yes.
So as the group grows, that money will also increase.
Yeah.
So that's something you can do. If you lose a job, there's an amount we give. If you go to the hospital, you're not able to work no more, there's an amount we give. So like we said, it's not just a benevolence in death, but it's a benevolence that loves you when you're still alive. We give flowers when people die. I mean, don't give me flowers when I'm dead. Bring me flowers when I'm still alive. Buy me something good and say, hey, man, Chaplain Rugano, here it is. I love you, man.
Man.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's a story, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. That's all we have today, man. And I have no words, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you.
Asante.
Asante.
Asante sana, bro.
Yeah. Asante.
Thank you so much. Yes.
All right.